What in the world? Third gear. It's hitting 35 at 5,000 RPM. So what's going on, riders? Today we're out on the Z125 and the SSR Razkull, and I took Miss Ryda's Razkull, and I took Miss Ryda's Razkull out the other day, and I realized that thing can hit a higher speed than mine at certain RPM. So, as you all know, I purchased the Z125 and she has the SSR Razkull. And we're both in our break-in periods right now. So there's certain RPMs you're not really supposed to go over, which I'm not 100% following those guidelines. I'm not supposed to go past 4,000, but I'm riding at around 5,000. So the other day I was out riding her bike and I realized that hers hits a higher speed at those RPM. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the difference and compare the two bikes as far as their speed. So I'm going to do something here. There's no cars behind us, so we can do this. I'm going to stop really quickly, right smack dab in the middle, so that way we can show you the different speeds. Okay, so here we are. So now I'm in first gear at 5,000 R. Whoops, I went over. Basically in first gear. Hold on, we got to get to a better location. I can do this. All right, so right now we're at a dead stop and we're in first gear. When I hit 5,000 RPMs, I'm at 13 miles per hour. Second gear can get to 19 miles per hour. And 27 in third. So let's try that again. I'm at 20. Then when I'm in third gear, at 5,000 RPMs, I can hit 27. And in fourth gear, I can hit a max of about 35 miles per hour at 5,000 RPMs. So that's tremendously lower than the SSR. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch bikes up here in a second, and I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, so I'm about to switch bikes and compare the speed difference on the SSR. And if y'all looking for LED lights or anything like that for your Z125, check down in the description below. I have a list of all the headlights and the handlebars and everything that I got on my bike with the links to the best prices I found for those items. Y'all might find better pricing, but you know. So now we're on the SSR, and I'm going to show you the difference. So on here, in first gear, at 5,000 RPMs, I can hit 13. Second gear, at 5,000 RPMs, 23. Fourth gear, at 5,000 RPMs, we're doing 32 miles per hour, which is basically, I think I can hit more, 33 miles per hour, almost 34, 35 miles per hour, which is substantially higher than my Z125 can go. It's basically hitting the same speeds in third gear at the same RPM that the Z125 will hit in fourth gear. So let's see what it can do in fourth. So in fourth gear at 5,000 RPMs, I can roughly hit 42 miles per hour. So this bike is a lot easier to break in, and I'm no expert on motors or anything like that when it comes to motorcycles or gearing, but I'm assuming the reason it has to do something with the way the gearing's set up on this one versus that one. That one's geared to be more torquier, which will reduce your top speed. This one's geared to have a higher top speed, if that makes sense. So if you pay attention here on the SSR, if I hit the gas, it doesn't jerk or anything like the Z125 does, because the Z125 feels a little bit more torquey. And what we're going to do when we get up here, we're going to switch back, because she doesn't really like riding my bike because it sits higher and the seat is nowhere near as comfortable as this is. All right, so we're switching back. So the main difference is going to be that this bike redlines at a higher RPM and it's a little bit more torquey, versus that bike you can do higher speed at a lower RPM, which again is going to be probably, now I ain't no expert, as I said, that bike's probably better on gas mileage, and it's going to be able to hit a higher speed in the end. Versus this bike is going to be a little bit more torquey, but to reach those higher speeds, you're going to have to get into the RPMs a little bit more. Now, once break-in period is done, neither one of those factors will really matter. But while you're in a break-in period and you can't go over 5,000 RPMs, her bike's a lot funner to ride because you can get up to a higher speed and irritate less people. But on this bike, as you see, if you just play with the throttle, it's gonna have a lot more torque because it feels a lot more jumpy when, like, responsive. Like, you feel it, like it wants to almost come up, because it has a lot more low-end torque than that bike's gonna have, than the SSR is gonna have, basically. What we getting? Put this in my bouvet. So basically, both bikes are extremely fun to ride. It's just this one feels a little bit more torquey. And again, that could be because of the modifications I did to it, but she has an aftermarket exhaust now too. But I did that airbox mod too. But initially, when it was still stock, it just still felt a little bit more torquey. Make sure y'all check out the playlist to the left as well. There'll be, what is that? Make sure y'all check out the playlist to the left. There'll be more videos related to the SSR Razkull as well as the Z125 Pro. Take a second and hit that subscribe button. And as always, make sure you stay safe, be blessed, and get out there on two wheels, people. It's your boy, Infinit Ryda. Deuces.